As we discussed in our primer about God and science, science requires definitive proof for any conclusion. As a result, scientists can't prove or disprove God's existence because there currently isn't an experiment that can scientifically detect God. However, there are logical scientific results and observations that can show support for such a belief. Interestingly, as the knowledge base for science increases, the evidence of and the support for a creator has increased with it. An example of this can be seen in the complexity of creation and its inspiration for the theory of intelligent design. The Oxford Dictionary defines intelligent design as the theory that life or the universe cannot have arisen by chance and was designed and created by some intelligent entity. The basic principle is that the sheer number of variables that had to perfectly align to allow the creation in which we live to exist are so astronomically large that it could not have happened by chance. In fact, much of the evidence for intelligent design comes from physics, mathematics, and cosmology, which delve deeply into the statistical possibilities of the various key ingredients of creation. The equations and theory behind this thought process can be quite complex, but there are some tangible examples that we can all appreciate. For example, the odds for a perfect balance of gravity in the universe is roughly 1 times 10 to the 35th, or well, 35 zeros after it. Also, the entropy, or the way our universe is ordered, had to be fine-tuned to within 1 part in 10 to the 10th power with 123 zeros after it. The odds that the mass density of matter in the universe is where it needs to be is 1 part in 10 to the 59th power. Add to these a large number of other variables and, the odds that they could all occur at the same time, and one can understand why support for intelligent design continues to grow. There are, of course, further items closer to home that add odds on top of the primary factors. For example, our Sun has to be in a part of the galaxy free from toxic radiation, our Earth near enough to the Sun to have warmth and water, but far enough to maintain its atmosphere. Our Moon large enough and at a perfect distance to moderate its tilt and allow a stable climate and tides. Simply put, the odds of the universe's existence are staggering. Add the odds of humanity's existence on top of that, and the numbers become unfathomable. But if that is the case, what are those of us in search of the truth to do? First, we must step back and get perspective. We exist. Everything in our reality exists. Our life experience tells us that everything, including us, has to have come from something. Second, we ask the question, could it just be chance or dumb luck that brought us to this point? The answer to that, as we have previously discussed, is that the odds of our existence and the universe as a whole existing are so profound that we must at least be open to the idea that there may be intention or intelligence behind our existence. So, where do we go from there? If science cannot prove or disprove God yet, but the odds of our existence are so large that they hint at an external force, then what is the next question we need to ask to get us closer to an answer? For that, we need to take a closer look at the fundamental laws of physics and ask the questions society tells us we shouldn't ask. We will address this topic in Proofs of God, the Laws of Physics. For further and more in-depth discussions on this series and related topics, please visit AwareCare Share.